If you're a kid that's being bullied right now, please listen to this message.
From the Oakwall Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hello, this is Jesse Oakley III, and welcome to the Jesse Oakley III Show. Today's topic, bullying. If you are a kid that's experiencing some type of bullying that's going on, please listen to the following message that I have for you. I know that what you're going through is tough. It may be difficult, and there are other kids out there that are making fun of you, that are harassing you, and that are just being downright mean. All I can tell you is you do not have to suffer through all of this mess on your own. There are so many people out there that can help you. There may be some teachers or some counselors that are out there. You also have your family as well. And you also have these resources on YouTube that can help you deal with certain types of bullying. And I'm here to let you know that I have been a bully magnet myself as a kid. I know how fun it wasn't, but I'm here to let you know that if I can get through the bullying and be the person that I am right now, you can also do that as well. The bullying story I have to share for you starts like this. When I was a young kid, before I even moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, I was a Navy brat. Yes, a Navy brat. I lived in Virginia, I lived in Texas, I lived in Washington State, in different types of Navy environment. And at the time, I was playing with kids that are from different cultures and different backgrounds. And I also had a nice upbringing as a young kid. I thought everything was going swell. And then my dad retired from the Navy and we wanted to move away from a Navy environment. In comes Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, I'm originally from Virginia. I'm originally from a place known as the South. And yes, in the South, you would have some type of bigotry and some type of hatred that's out there. And you also have some issues with my skin complexion. At the time, I was once called a fine looking little colored boy by some state trooper over in the Bristol area of Virginia. And I remember that to this day. And I was like, oh, okay. But I digress. When I moved to Las Vegas, let's just say that the bullying experience I had in Las Vegas was extremely interesting. When I was in the sixth grade and going to a sixth grade center, that's when I went full thrust with the bullying experience. Look at it this way. I talk very differently compared to the kids. At first, I had this enthusiasm, and that just drove the other kids sick. And next thing you know, I get bullied because of that, because I didn't speak a certain way, I didn't carry myself a certain way, and I just didn't fit in within the neighborhood where the school was. That sixth grade center experience transferred over into junior high, and junior high was no better. Yes, there are some cool kids that I got a chance to know in sixth grade center and junior high, but the one thing that really did it for me was still getting bullied, still getting teased, still getting harangued by those damn kids in sixth grade center and junior high. I found it not to be fun at all. It's gotten to the point where I thought it was worthless. It's gotten to a point where I thought it was hopeless. I thought it was these nasty names that I'm not going to say on YouTube in order not to get flagged. These nasty names that I've been called. And I can tell you right now that it wasn't fun. It ate away at my self-confidence. It ate away at my self-esteem. It showed in my grades. When I first got started, I started making some good grades, the A's and B's. And then when I got to sixth grade center and the junior high, those A's and B's easily turned into C's, D's, and a couple of sprinkles of F's. And my GPA was getting down to the 1.8 range. Yes, my GPA was that low. There's also one change that happened to me that turned a corner, and that was the high school I went to. I did not go to the high school I was zoned for. Instead, I went to a private Catholic high school that was in Las Vegas, Nevada on Maryland Parkway. At the time, it was on Maryland Parkway. And I realized that my freshman year, I did get a GPA of 1.8. But luckily, due to the environment and the culture that was around that area, it was a 4-year rebuilding process. And this 4-year rebuilding process for me, around this environment I was in, I turned out 1.8 to a GPA that was respectable enough to actually get into college, get into UNLV. But overall, I got my rebuilding back and I got my self-esteem back and I got part of my renaissance back when I got to this high school. That was very interesting. But just because I got to high school and I graduated from high school and went to college, if you think that the bullying would end, would you? Well, not at all. I experienced a little taste of it when I was in college as well. When I was going to UNLV, and same thing as before. I spoke a certain way, I carried myself a certain way, and not too many people at the college were happy about that at all. Well, I'm here to let you know that I went through college, I went through the engineering program. Few people with my skin complexion would actually go into something difficult as engineering. Instead, it would be the sociology, it would be the hotel administration, it would be everything else like that. But I took it on something tough, despite hearing those voices like, you can't do this, who the heck are you? And I realized that I graduated with an engineering degree and I made something of myself. Kids, that's a part of my story about my bullying experience. From sixth grade center to junior high school and a little bit in college, I could tell you that bullying happens, but you do not have to suffer through it. You have to just look deep inside yourself, and no matter what somebody says about you in a negative tone or negative sense, you got to tell yourself that you can get through this. You're not alone. You are an amazing individual. Whatever you do, do not take any last resort efforts or attempts because somebody picked on you or somebody didn't want you or someone called you some mean, nasty names or picked on you or punched you or anything else like that. Don't do those type of last resort attempts. But instead, find people around you that will bring out the belief in you, that would help you bring out the belief in yourself. If you're around a good set of people and a good culture, then you know that you definitely can be at that area where you can overcome the bullies. And I tell you what, those people that bullied you, they will get their just desserts, not by yourself per se, but by life in general. I look at some of the people that once bullied me. Some of them are deceased, some of them are in jail, and some of them are living a life that can be seen as less desirable. So all I got to tell you is, for them, what goes around comes around. It's like a boomerang. You throw it out there and you get it back in return. But as for you, you can actually stand up, be responsible for yourself, and actually overcome this type of bullying that is happening to you. If I can get through this, you can too. All it takes is having a good network around you and good people around you. If you see someone else that's being bullied, that's a good time to actually make a friend. Or you see other people as well as getting bullied too, you can also make your own set of networks as well. And as you guys get together and band together, then you know that you can overcome the bullies that are out there. I know I may be rambling here and there, but I just wanted to tell you my story. I just want to give my words of wisdom and just realize that you do not have to be alone. You do not have to feel any more despair when you are getting bullied. Just remember, if anyone hasn't told you this, I personally want to tell you that you're amazing, you're awesome, and you will get through this. This is just a part of life that is there. It's not the prettiest part of life, it's not the best part of life, but it is that part of life. The question is, how will you overcome it and when will you overcome it? And if you're able to overcome this type of bullying as a kid, then you know that you can look back and say, I came a long way from those days. Believe in yourself, be around people that believe in you, and also take those steps to actually make yourself better. Physically, mentally, do what you can to make yourself better. And if you follow this types of advice, you'll be in a better shape than you were when you were bullied. Trust me, happy people. I'm just giving you the best words I can. This is Jessica Third speaking. And until next time, you take care of yourselves and remember to always have a fantastic day. And trust me, things will get better. Bye.